Okay, hi everyone. My name's Jeff Bertz, and I'm teaching your sons and daughters Algebra 2. And this is my 32nd year at Cocalico, and I'm sure I taught some of you. And I've been teaching kids for quite a few years now. And yeah, it's the first time I came to back to school night or doing a video for back to school. First time I'm doing a video for back to school night. So it's weird sitting here talking to a computer screen instead of, sitting in the front of the room talking to parents. And but it is what it is, So, but again, this is my 32nd year here, and Cocalico is a great place to be. And some of you went to Cocalico, and I started back in 89, 90 when there were no walls in the building. And I taught for 4 years in the open classroom. And it's a good thing I was young and I didn't know any better because it was loud. And but it was okay. And my room was up by the library, if you know where the library is right now. And there was a main hallway on each side of my room. So just nonstop traffic, and I think the worst thing was there were no walls in the building. And the second year I came in here to teach, I had my class sizes were 34, 36, 36, 36, and 41. And the class of 41 was kind of the class that, kids who really didn't care for school were in. So it was tough, but it was okay. When you're young, you don't doesn't bother you so much. Now I like the peace and quiet. So I taught in 601 then for 14 years after that. So for 18 years, I taught without a window. And some of you know Barry Bixler. When Barry retired I think it's probably been, 12 years ago, I would say. And I moved down to his room 21 down here. And I have two big windows here, and it's nice. It's a big room. You can move in here and things like that. So, welcome. And again, Cocalico is a great place to be. I don't know, when you watch the news, sometimes I get a little frustrated, unlike you. And it's refreshing to come to school. And we have good kids. They're not perfect, but overall, we have good kids. They're respectful. They'll work hard for you in the classroom. I can't always control what to do outside the classroom, of course, but we have good administration. It's a positive environment. I mean, kids want to come to school, and we have a lot of people here that care for kids. So, great place to be. I've been here for 32 years, my whole career so far, and wouldn't want to be anywhere else. As far as class this year, I mean, we're making the best of the situation that we have, and I have some notes over here. I don't know if I'll look at them a whole lot, but before this semester, I'd always have some kind of warm up activity for the kids. Most of the time, I would have concepts from the lesson the day before. I would post 10 set solutions up my room over there in the cabinet doors, and the kids would go through, and I would walk around, and I could see if they were understanding the concepts I taught the day before. For the most part, I could tell if they did their homework or not. And the kids would walk over, they would check their written out work with my written out work, and I could go over some things in the board, and that was a pretty typical start to class. So that was kind of a typical warm-up for me. I want kids moving, and unfortunately, I don't feel like the best teacher so far this semester because I like the movement. I can't sit for 80 minutes, 90 minutes right now. And so now my warm-up, I'm doing a lot of the same warm-ups, but of course, they're in Schoology. And so right below the warm-up, I'm including all the written out solutions for the kids who are at home. In class, I still do a warm-up, and they access it through Schoology, trying to be paperless for now. But I can still go over that warm-up in class if we have issues. So homework, it's tough to go over homework for kids who are at home. And so, right now I'm trying to do a solid hour and a half lesson every day with the kids. I really think that I can cover the 90-day course plan, and that's my plan. I don't want to lose content. The kids are going to move on to pre-calculus, which is very algebraic, statistics, which is not algebraic, but if they're going to pre-calc, applied calculus, and those courses, I need to cover the content in a 90-day course plan. Now, I do feel like if we cover an hour and a half lesson each day, and that I can get through the content. Looking at my 90-day course plan, we're okay so far. And but again, the challenge is, the kids who are at home. I probably have in the range of maybe I have 3 algebra 2s. I would say I have in the range right now of 3 to 5 kids per class that I feel are struggling. I think some of that is uh, maybe not working as much as they should be at home on the virtual days. So I am trying to address that, and parental help's always nice too. So, and I've been communicating with a lot of parents, and when parents are involved, kids perform at higher levels. And in block scheduling, we've been in the block now since 1996 was the last year of traditional schedule, and block's awesome. In the traditional schedule, we had 45-minute classes, and kids were taking 6 classes. I was teaching 6, and 4 preps. I mean, it was half a zoo. So the block is really relaxing, and I feel like you can teach a good, meaningful lesson in block scheduling. So, block allows me time to teach a good lesson after the warm-up, go over some homework, do some guided practice with the kids, some kind of closing activity. And I really feel like for the most part, when the kids leave here in block scheduling, they can do their homework. So again, I'm trying to, figure an hour and a half per day around there with classwork and getting, homework done and some things like that. And I think, that's reasonable. Some days might be a little longer. Some days might be a little shorter. In the old schedule when I had kids in here, and I had 10 minutes, I could maybe introduce a topic that I can't just do now because I don't have all the kids. Schoology is huge, and I think most of the kids know their way around Schoology. So this is how I have Schoology set up. I have I have a weekly folder, and in the weekly folder, I have everything labeled out. So like the week of 9/21. And then in that folder, I have Monday 9-21, Tuesday 9-22. And this week, we're doing teacher training days now, Wednesday and Friday of this week. So they're not school days for the kids. And so I have a Thursday, 9 dash, whatever folder in there, 24 or whatever it is. And inside that folder, I have a lesson sheet for each day, and I don't know, I'm trying to make it very organized and almost dummy-proof, where if they follow the lesson sheet, I say step 1, step 2, step 3, exactly what they should be doing every day. And so a typical lesson in Schoology, the kids will do some kind of warm-up. I have to do attendance at that time, both virtual and, in class, no problem. So that's been kind of it just takes time. It is what it is because some kids forget to check in and things like that. But we're working that out, and it's been a lot better. And then after the warm-up, I typically will have a video in there. So whatever lesson I'm teaching in class, I do the same examples on a pre-recorded video as I'm going to go over in class. So I always have that sheet with me, and it's sitting on my table I'm at right now. So I'm doing the same examples, same content for probably about the same amount of time. And so I don't know. I feel like the kids at home so far, they say they're understanding the concepts for the most part. Not that it's always the case. And then I'm trying to find, some kind of good worksheet because I am trying to do 3 submissions every week, different types of submissions. So when I say that, I'm trying to get the worksheet that I'm posting for the kids to complete then after watching a video, maybe practicing, where they can take a picture of it and submit just one page, like a one-page worksheet to me with their work. I am trying to include all the written out work with the worksheets I'm asking the kids to do. And, the reason why is like when I was in college and, you're in Calc 1, Calc 2, Calc 3, sometimes you get some challenging, sections in there. And so there were only 2 solutions manuals in the library for all 3 courses. So you were lucky to get one, but, go to the library, sign it out. And, I don't know, to me it was beneficial if I was stuck to look at all the written out solutions step by step. And I could figure a lot of things out from that. And so I am trying to show the written out solutions so the kids know the right answers. They can check their work with my work on those worksheets. And again, I'm trying to do 3 assignments every week. It might be a warm up one day. It could be I did a quiz last week and I posted at a certain time, like you got to be on at this time, try to give them 30 minutes to do the quiz, etc. And just kind of worksheets. Some of those I'm asking the kids to submit. And so, trying to hold them accountable and, keep them engaged, obviously. And so I'm doing, with all the different miscellaneous assignments, you know, right now, I'm going to do 30% of their grade is all the worksheets they're submitting to me and assignments each week. And then 70% for like exams and quizzes. So, I did find out after giving the first exam that maybe some kids aren't doing a whole lot at home. I talked to them, so, we're trying to correct that. And so the other thing I'm doing is, I'm doing videos of the lessons. If I feel like a homework question is real challenging, or maybe I give them a challenging warm-up question, sometimes I'm doing a video for that. So if they're at home, they do their warm-up, they can watch my video, and I'm explaining the written out solution to the warm-up problem if it's like a tough application or something like that. So, I'm trying to do those types of things, anything I can think of that, it's going to be of value to the kids. Okay, now we're into this for 11 minutes already, so plus some. So I'm not worried about making a 10-minute video. So I don't know. Overall, we're all making the best of not a perfect situation, but it is what it is. So I'm trying to make the best of the situation that we're in. Overall, I'm going to tell you, I'm really happy with what most of the kids are doing. I mean, the communication has been really good, and the kids are really trying the lessons. They're submitting what I'm asking them to submit. Now, again, we have maybe 3, 4, 5 kids per class that I'm working on, a little extra push. So, my goal is 5 lessons per week and an hour and a half per day. And school is school, and we're in school right now, and we got to cover the 90 days. So I think it's reasonable. And I know it's tough to be in the computer that often because Wednesday's a full virtual day for us. I'm not going to lie to you. When I leave here, I feel like I'm in a fog a little bit. Just being on my computer nonstop all day long, tons of communication with the kids and grading and all kinds of stuff. But it is what it is, and I'm happy to have a job and be working, have good kids to teach and all that. And then the district, they want us to be live streaming more, and I've been doing that. So this is the last thing I'll talk about. And so I'm using Google Meet, and I am trying to open up, part of the block every day, and I do a post, and I'll say, okay, I'll look at the clock and say, well, I'm going to do a Google Meet at, say 8:30 to 9. And so the kids in class, they bring their notebooks to me and ask me questions. The kids at home can get on and ask me questions. I have the board behind me. And so I've done a lot of Google Meets, and I can show the kids the written out solutions on the board behind me. I also have a camera, so if I have worksheets with problems on them, I can put a camera on that worksheet and, write out everything for the kids. And so, that can be challenging, but it'll work. We'll just work it out. And, the challenging part is a lot of the times my planning's block 3. And so during lunch, I try to schedule Google Meets with kids. And some of those take a half hour, and that's just for one kid. So I will try to make the time for the kids, and that's available. And so, if you have any questions, email me. Our emails, are online, obviously. I don't care if you call me. You can call me 24 hours a day. I'm not going to say I'm going to pick up. Now, 5 in the morning, there's a chance I'll see it, but, to bed early, up early. I'm not getting any younger, so... but again, please feel free to get a hold of me at any point. We have our emails, again, are posted online. And then if you email me, I can give you my cell phone number. You can call if you need to, text, whatever you need to do there. So when parents are involved, kids perform at higher levels. And again, I like my kids. They're good kids. They are working hard in class. We got to work at home. We have to work on the at-home work with some of them. And if you need anything, let me know. And I do thank you for the kids that you raised, because this is my 32nd year here. And I come to school every day with no stress. I mean, I'm working. I'm getting here at 6 in the morning and doing an hour or two at night, plus 2 hours during plan and lunch a lot of the times, which is fine. I don't mind working. But it's just nice to have good kids to teach. It's refreshing to, teach good kids and to be around good kids and actually be around kids again this semester compared to the spring. So I do thank you for watching the video. And again, my email is jbertz@cocalico.org. And you can always email me. My cell number is 717-538-1550. You can text me, call me anytime, I don't mind. And, again, thanks for watching the video. Unfortunately, you're not here in person where we can actually talk and, things like that. But I appreciate your time, and take care.